think, Marge. All I need is a title.
With the beginnings of the 2018 election season already shaping up, it's time for a new Politics City feature. Each month we'll be taking a look at the hot races around the country, sharing some of our insights and giving you some predictions on how each race will go. Currently, the Dems have 4 safe seats in the U.S. Senate, while the GOP has 50 safe seats. This means that 10 seats are in play, which is more than enough to decide which party controls the U.S. Senate from 2018 to 2020. The edge, however, goes to the GOP, strengthening their control over the chamber, as the Dems are defending 8 out of the 10 open seats. Politics City will predict right now, with no races being decided at all, that with that many contested seats, the Dems will slip further into the minority, and the GOP will gain a healthy majority. Here are some of our opening spotlights. In Wisconsin, incumbent Senator Tammy Baldwin will face a tough challenge from the GOP, most probably in the form of State Senator and conservative Leah Vukmir. Vukmir will have some strong backing from the state's GOP, which will also be pushing to give Governor Scott Walker a 3rd term, which should be easy given that Walker was instrumental in getting the enormous Foxconn deal for Racine County. Between Walker's coattails, Vukmir's visibility and popularity, and the fact that Tammy Baldwin has done virtually nothing while in the U.S. Senate, I expect that Vukmir or any GOP candidate will win this seat. In Alabama, we see that former Judge Roy Moore has won his primary against the Trump-backed candidate Luther Strange. However, both Trump and Moore have said that they intend to be on the same page if Moore is elected. He faces Democrat Doug Jones. Jones is not quite a political novice, and he may attract DNC attention in the terms of fundraising, but such efforts would be a waste. Roy Moore has substantial state and national name recognition and already has a sizable voter base to draw upon. He will be hard to beat in the December 2017 special election to fill that seat, and Politics City predicts that he will win. This will mean that we may see the first of what I will call the Trumpification of the U.S. Senate, replacing squished GOPers with people who will back the president's agenda. In Missouri, we have Democrat Claire McCaskill running for another term. This is a seat I believe the GOP will pick up because they nearly beat her even while running Todd Akin of rape-induced pregnancy can be self-terminated fame. This time, the GOP will not be running someone who makes such stupid remarks, and McCaskill may have an uphill battle retaining her seat. Politics City predicts that the GOP will pick up this seat. Moving to the southern Great Lakes region, there is no current polling or information on the Senate race in Indiana, so we'll predict for the moment that the Democrat incumbent Joe Donnelly keeps the seat. In Ohio, the Democrat Sherrod Brown has very strong name recognition and will also probably retain the seat. The most interesting race out of these 3 might be West Virginia, where Senator Joe Manchin is facing re-election. Manchin is perhaps the reddest of the Dems in the U.S. Senate, and with the popularity of Donald Trump in the coal-rich state, Manchin may either face a strong primary challenge, or he might himself flip to being a member of the Republican Party. However, for the moment, let's just say that he retains his seat as a Democrat. But this is big. A larger GOP majority may allow people like Joe Manchin to go maverick on his party and side more with the GOP in the next couple years. In Nevada, I believe Dean Heller will retain his seat, as the strength of incumbency is very strong in that state. But that could change if a strong DNC candidate emerges. In Arizona, given the illegal immigrant issue and the failure to repeal Obamacare, incumbent Senator Jeff Flake could be a casualty of the Trumpification of the U.S. Senate, and he may be replaced by a GOP candidate willing to support the president's agenda. In the north, we have 2 elections that might go in opposite directions. In Montana, I believe Jon Tester is safe because, again, the power of incumbency is strong in the state. However, next door in North Dakota, I believe that Heidi Heitkamp might be in some trouble, as she has been a bit too close to some controversial votes. She might be a weak seat that the GOP can pick up, but in Politics City predicts that this will happen. So here's the map with our current predictions, and as you can see, the GOP picks up 3 seats. This would be enough to have a serious chance of getting conservative-centered, Trump-backed legislation through the U.S. Senate. With the Dems unable to gain control of the U.S. House, and with the situation not likely to change in the U.S. Senate until at least 2022, Politics City believes that the GOP will almost have an easy time of cementing their control over Congress. This will also allow centrists such as Joe Manchin to perhaps caucus with the GOP. And with that in mind, Joe Manchin is our power player of this episode's Politics City's view of the 2018 election.